Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine, your transformational life coach, intuitive reader, and Marconics multidimensional energy worker. I want to talk today about pros and cons because so many times you have these decisions that come up. And do you do the pros and cons thing? Do you write it out? Left, yes, no, yes, these are good, no, these are not good. What do you do when you're facing a decision? I have to admit, I've done the pros and cons things in my head and only written them out once or twice. But I will say if it's a big decision, writing those things out are huge. And don't go by the list. Go, or by the length of the list, I should say, go by the feelings behind each thing. What's important to you? If you say, my job is thinking about moving me, I'm going to get a big promotion, but I have to move out of town. So this is huge. I would just say yes, but I have a family. What are they going to do? To uproot the kids. The wife has a job, have to move her too. What do I want to do? I don't care how much money I'm getting out of it. So pro, lot bigger money, more promotion. Maybe you have more job responsibilities, something you love to do in a place that they're going to move you to that you would love to do it. That they're going to pay the moving expenses. I mean, blah blah blah. All these things are written down, and then you say con. Have to move the kids out of their school. Kids are leaving their friends. Maybe they're on a bunch of sports teams. Have to get off their sports teams and start fresh. Wife has to lose her job, maybe they have to stay there for a couple of months to wrap things up, and you have to go immediately if you're taking it. So maybe you're without the family for a couple of months. I mean, there's all these things that might go on. Spouse is angry at me, doesn't want me to take it. Goes on the con list if you're going to go. That's the bad thing. You don't want them to be mad at you if you say yes. So when you look at this list that you might have actually written down, like I said, if it's super important and a really big decision, write them down. Put them on an Excel spreadsheet, whatever you need to do. You look at how long one of them is and maybe how short the other one is, or vice versa. Don't let the length matter, except that you're aware of it. Because you may find that all of these things are important, but there's one thing on the other list that just totally tips the scale. Even if there was only one thing on that list, it would totally tip the scale. And maybe the fact your spouse hates the idea and refuses to move because she has an elderly mother or something that she's taking care of here and wherever your here is, and moving would be impossible for her. And you're going, no, this is the promotion of a lifetime. I'm going to do this and that. And she says, fine, go. But I'm staying here. I'll stay with the kids. You go. And maybe it's across the country and you're going, well, what do you mean go? And she's going, I can't leave my mother. I'm the only caretaker, or I'm the only one that's here. There's nowhere else for that person to go. I mean, there might be some reason that's like overwhelming, and no, I can't do it. And then maybe the whole thing that you go, family, it becomes about family versus job. And maybe you go, no, this one reason, this family reason, they can't come. I don't want to go. So look at the cons and look at the pros and say, all right, this outweighs because of whatever. Go with your gut. Realize that in most decisions in life, usually you can like rethink and shift around. Now, if it's a promotion, maybe it's a once in a lifetime, will not be offered it to you again. But if you say no and you say no, but I would like to get more responsibility here at the office, is there anything else I can do because I can't really move my family and uproot them that way? You may find that there's another job or a different type of job where you're at now. Or perhaps you say no, but all of a sudden you hear about another job opening because you do want the promotion, but you can't in good conscience take it. So new opportunities show up when you look at those pros and cons so you can make some sort of a decision, something you can live with, something that makes sense to you. And it may only make sense in your feeling nature and not on paper. Sometimes I've seen people do this about somebody they want to marry. And I went, if you have to write it down on paper, honey, it's probably not something that's going to work out. You need to know. But if you're looking at something like a promotion or which house to buy, those sorts of things, they make total sense to do pros and cons. And like I said, if you have a significant other that you're trying to decide whether you should marry them or stay with them, you know that already. You don't really need to make a pros and cons list for that. I hope this has helped you today because I want you to realize the length of the list doesn't matter. It's what is on the list, the specific items that move you, that make the difference that you need to look at. I'm Carol DeChaine, and you have more than opportunity if you like to work with me as a transformational coach or as an energy worker or an intuitive reader. You can find all the information you need on my website at www.connect2joy.com. That's the number 2 in the middle, and you will see that website below the video. By all means, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you hear, or if you'd like to hear some guided visualizations or some Joy Corner work, which is all about a mantra for the week. There's plenty there. You don't have to necessarily get the one that comes out once a week. You might find that you need something that was already put out on a different week. You have, of course, that opportunity to do that on YouTube. Thank you again for joining me. Until next time.